Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. Cande on a little bit of a break. She will return at some point. Some people wondering where she has run off to. Just taking a little siesta, if you will. We've got plenty going on at this radio station. First, the weather, not bad. We are going to be about 10 degrees cooler than it's been the last couple of days, but mix of sun and clouds and about 50 today, tomorrow, and Friday. And I think Friday may be a touch warmer. By the way, they're tracking a massive, crazy storm, and it looks like rain, by the way, for like Sunday, Monday, where the temperature gets pretty high, like up to 60, and, possible thunderstorms. And like looking around the country, it's a big story around the country because some places are going to get possible tornadoes from the wind, and some places are going to get snow. And it's like this wild storm that's kind of spreading across the country that looks to bring us some rain. We'll see. Could change later in the week, but that's like Sunday, Monday. Next couple of days looking pretty good. We will take it. Enjoy. We've got a lot going on before we get into some of these articles and things we like to start the day with. Chris Jansen, who will be at Westbury tomorrow, he joins us this hour, about 7:48. Looking forward to that, chatting with Chris, one of our favorites. So coming up real soon, about a half hour, give or take, a little less or a little more, touch more than a half hour away at about 7:48. Our birthday show with Chris Lane, have you heard? Scheduled at Mulcahy's for June 20th. On sale. You can grab your tickets at moles.com, MULS.com, presented by Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. Well, how do we get the day started? I usually want to be uplifting, but sometimes you see articles, you're like, all right, we got to tell the people. Here we go. A lot of people online, you see them posting about, life is hard and all these things, and you can't go a day without someone being, I'm exhausted, I do so much. Well, according to a new survey, the average American experiences peak burnout at 42 years old. Younger adults already feeling it. So around 25% of Americans say they start to get burnout before age 30. Gen Z and millennials, currently 18 to 44, say they're reaching their highest point of stress at an average age of 25. And in most cases, that's because classic stressors like managing career advancement, raising kids, all these different things, financial concerns, politics, people are obviously divided, work-related pressures, physical health concerns, relationships, things like that. And for younger people, mental health was high on the list, which we know is a very big deal for sure, and to be taken seriously. And unfortunately, the trend is not expected to change. About 33% of Americans bracing themselves for what they anticipate will be a stressful year. Surprisingly, older folks were more likely than young adults to agree. So maybe they're recognizing that things are more intense than it used to be. But there you go. So if you're feeling, I'm going to put a positive spin on this. If you're feeling some burnout, if you're feeling like I can't take it, there's too much stress in my life, it's not just you, right? Sometimes people like to know they have company in these things. It is not just you. All right. On to a more fun topic. I like this because there's a couple on here that I definitely, would have on my list. Secret things, secret hobbies that men enjoy that they might hide from their buddies. Now, let me give you an example. One guy responded by saying, I have stuffed animals and plushies like Squishmallows on my bed. That's his quote. I'm sure more than one guy does. I used to have stuffed animals here and there. There's a couple lying around. I think I used to cuddle with one not too long ago, but they come and they go. But that is one of the top responses hobbies and things men might, I don't know, that's not a hobby necessarily. Wrong terminology there for the headline, but that is one of the things. How about this? Another guy says bubble baths, but he doesn't like to tell his buddies that he takes bubble baths. It's fine. You want to take a bubble bath, that's fine. I got no problem with that. My problem is not the bubble bath in general, like having to tell people that. It's the sitting in your own filth thing. Like, if you shower first, soap yourself up, like clean yourself, then go take a bubble bath, all right, could deal with that. Baths are, you hit a certain age, baths have to be out. Here's one from a guy that he hides from his buddies. My wife and I watch every season of Love is Blind on Netflix. I absolutely love it. I have no problem with that. Now, I don't watch Love is Blind, but I love shows like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's another response here where a guy admits he loves romantic comedies. Let me tell you something. There is not much better you can do than turning on Netflix, finding yourself a good old rom-com, especially around Christmas, right? You're good for like one Lindsay Lohan rom-com Christmas movie. You go there on Netflix, they have a whole section of rom-coms, and you can lose yourself for a couple hours or more. Absolutely. That one, I will agree with that one. Another hobby that they're hiding from their buddies. I enjoy listening to boy bands like the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. Absolutely. There is no shame there, my friend. Some of the best pop songs ever written. The Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. No shame at all. And then you have some that make a lot of sense that should not be hidden at all, like baking, sewing. There are some very high-end, famous men who bake and sew, and fashion designers and cooks and chefs, and absolutely never have to hide that. Pedicures are on the list. Some men like to hide the fact that they get pedicures from their buddies. This is a great one. I build Legos, play with my cat, and watch elephant and cat videos. It's an interest. You come home from work and you start building Legos with your cat and watching elephant videos. It's, there's some questions there. I'm not hating. I got questions. That's all. And last one, guy says romance novels. Loves to read, and he wants them to be romance novels. All right. There's your list. I'm sure there's a couple of you driving, nodding your head. There's a couple of things you're keeping from your buddies, for sure. Plenty more to do this morning. Chris Jansen, special guest at 7:48, coming up real soon. Can't wait. He's at Westbury tomorrow night, and he will join us this morning here in just a little bit, this hour. Southwest has made a change. The airline Southwest, and it's not in your benefit. We will tell you what that is. And a kid called the cops on their mother. We'll tell you what happened. Turned out to be a good laugh and learned a lesson from it, but we'll tell you exactly why. National days and good news stories come up late 8 o'clock hour. About 8:12, your next Bald and the Beautiful entertainment. We've got a decent weather day next couple of days you can look forward to. Little cooler than it's been, but we'll be in the about 50. Mix of sun and clouds the next few days. Phathead and Cande, My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.